Hello again. Lots of cloud, even some murkiness and a bit of rain, sleet and hill snow to come as we go through the rest of Monday and into Tuesday. It's all due to an area of high pressure sitting over Scandinavia, and this is bringing an easterly flow across the country. An easterly wind at this time of year is notoriously chilly, but in this instance it's not as cold as it might otherwise be. And it's also worth noting there is an area of low pressure just to the southeast of us. This is bringing a spell of slightly more persistent rain and sleet, perhaps even a bit of snow across parts of the southeast, but nothing really settling. That then clears away, and then through the rest of the evening and overnight we stick with this easterly wind, and so that will bring some outbreaks of rain, sleet, hill snow across eastern parts in particular over the Pennines, and expecting a bit of snow to build up even over the higher ground of Scotland as well. We could see some snow settling too. Further west you have a greater chance of staying dry, but most places having a cloudy night. The exception perhaps to the west of some higher ground, western Scotland, maybe some western parts of Northern Ireland seeing some breaks in the cloud, but the skies won't be as clear as they were last night, and so it's not going to turn as chilly. That being said, a touch of frost is possible, or quite likely, where we see the skies clear. Elsewhere, with that blanket of cloud, most places holding up a couple of degrees above freezing. So a cloudy, perhaps even murky start to the day on Tuesday, quite murky towards the east-southeast of England, and we still have that easterly wind, and so still some further outbreaks of rain, sleet and hill snow for eastern parts in particular. Further west, again, a largely drier picture for most places. A few showers perhaps making their way through, but on the whole generally dry, but the potential for a bit of rain to push into parts of Cornwall later on. The greatest chance of some sunshine will be across western parts of Scotland, particularly as we go into the afternoon. That's when we're most likely to see the cloud breaking. Temperatures are going to be similar to Monday, maybe a degree or so higher for some places, but the winds in the south will be slightly lighter, so feeling a little bit less chilly here. Further north, still a brisk easterly wind, and that's a biting wind at this time of year. It is going to be pretty cold. As we go through the rest of Tuesday and overnight into Wednesday, not a huge amount changes. There may be some greater clearer skies across parts of particularly northwest Scotland and down western parts as well. Greater chance of seeing some clear breaks compared to Monday night. Further east staying cloudy and still some outbreaks of perhaps wintry precipitation coming through, and the potential for a bit more rain pushing into the far southwest. Again, similar to this coming night where the cloud lingers, it's not going to fall particularly chilly, but where we see the breaks, we could get a touch of frost, even some fog, some freezing fog patches, so particularly across parts of the southwest and also northwest Scotland as well. Then looking ahead to Wednesday, and a greater chance of seeing some brightness perhaps, but maybe I'm clutching at straws a little bit. But I do think towards western parts in particular, even towards some southern areas, we should see the cloud breaking a bit more than we'll have seen through today. Otherwise, there are going to still be some outbreaks of rain, the odd spot of rain perhaps, nothing particularly heavy. Further west, there's something a bit wetter around, but this doesn't look like it will make much progress across the UK. So for most, it is going to be generally dry. And again, temperatures, well, a little disappointing perhaps, even for the time of year. And all the time, yes, there may be a bit more sunshine around, but generally, because of the cloud, it is going to feel pretty chilly indeed. Now, as we look further ahead through the end of the week, the cloudy theme continues. All the time there will still be a few showers around, particularly towards the north and east, and these could be a little bit wintry, so some sleet and hill snow possible. Towards the southwest, a greater chance of a system coming through, so we could see some more persistent rain affecting parts of Devon and Cornwall in particular, perhaps into parts of Wales and later Northern Ireland too, but some uncertainty as to exactly how much, if at all, this is going to progress across the UK. For a more in-depth look at what we can expect through the week ahead, do check out our week ahead forecast, which will be available on our YouTube channel with Honor. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.